guys, welcome back to my kitchen. Today let's decorate my first graduation themed cake. This cake is for a very special young man, one of the best young men I know and I hold dearly to my heart. It's for my nephew's graduation. He's graduating from high school and he made some awesome choices with flavors. So the first one is vanilla cake filled with my homemade Dulce De Leche and covered with vanilla buttercream. I did my usual where I added the cake to the board, piped the border, filled it, added the 4 layers and crumb coat. And here I am repeating the same thing, but this time it's for the 8 inches layers of my triple chocolate filled with cookie and cream filling. This flavor is one of my favorites. There I'm piping in the cookie and cream filling, using my offset spatula to spread it out evenly, and then just adding the layers on top, repeating the same process until I have all 4 of the cake layers. That's piping the border to keep the filling in the middle, and just final layer. Now it's time for me to go ahead and crumb coat the chocolate cake as well. Then after they're both crumb coated, I set them into the refrigerator for them to harden up. After they're nice and firm, it's time for me to go in with the final layer of buttercream. Here I am doing the 10 inches layer, the 10 inches tier, which is the 4 layers of vanilla filled with dulce de leche, and I'm doing my final coat of buttercream on there. For this coat, I want to be very careful, just going around it as much as possible, ensuring I have full coverage and that none of the cake underneath is actually showing through. So for me to achieve this, I just have to keep repeating, adding more buttercream, using my bench scraper to scrape it around until it's nice and smooth. Now that I've achieved a nice smooth canvas, it's time for me to go in with my black border. So I'm just using my offset spatula to smudge some black buttercream around the base of the cake. I'm working on the 10 inches layer here, and I just use my bench scraper to scrape off the excess just until I have a nice smooth surface. Honestly, this is a tough one for me because working with black, it smudges everywhere, especially black against a white canvas. So I had my little battles here to get it as neat as possibly can. Then after I achieved what I was looking for with this layer, I moved on to the other tier, which is the 8 inches tier, repeating the same process, adding the buttercream, scraping it off until it's nice and smooth. And I have to be honest, the rest of the process is just history. I was so exhausted at this point, I totally didn't bother to record anything else as I assembled the rest of the cake. I am using styrofoam balls, gold and black, to add onto the cake, and this helps to prevent excess weight onto the cake. And there you have it. I also made a fondant cake topper, which is the graduation hat, and added it on top. And there you have it, the beautiful finished cake. I added the certificate, his name, and of course some gold drip on the sides of the cake. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Please don't forget to leave a comment below on what you would like to see me make next. Until next time, happy baking!